So I'm Scott. I have a 19-foot travel trailer, and if you look over to the side here, it's a 19-foot travel trailer. It's got tandem wheels, and I have purchased different covers for this trailer before, and they don't last real long, a couple years. They're very heavy and bulky. So I found that Dashield here offered a cover, so I purchased this cover. And the things I like about this cover is that it's very lightweight in material, it's waterproof, it's very light, and it keeps the sun off the trailer. So what it does, it protects the roof, it protects the decals on the side so they don't fade. And again, the plus for this is it's so light and it's durable. I've had this for about 6 months. So with this cover, it comes with, there's straps that go underneath the belly. I call them belly straps or tie downs. And there's 4 of those on this trailer. It takes 4 straps. It comes with a, either to reinforce an area of your cover, or if you have a tear or rip, this is a repair, or it could be used to reinforce. So that's offered with the kit. I use the foam. I make little foam covers, and this is a material you can buy at the hardware store for a couple dollars for 8 feet. And I just make little cones. And I find that's a little bit better protection than these. So this is not a big deal, a couple dollars, and that's what I've been used to using. So also with this, and most covers that you buy don't come with wheel covers. This one came with 4 wheel covers. They expand, you can put them over the wheels, which is an extra plus that you don't normally see. So when I put this trailer on, my technique that I've learned with this cover, is so I can do it by myself, is there are 4 zippers around on the sides. It allows you to gain access to the doors or to the cargo compartments if you have that on your trailer. So what I do is unzip all 4 and I roll them up and I secure it with the Velcro that comes with the cover. So if you could imagine this being on the trailer, all the sides are rolled up. That's the front and that rear is back there. So what I do when I get ready to put it, my idea is to roll this up so I can take it to the top of my trailer and set it in place and just start rolling it back like a piece of carpeting. And then once it's settled in the center, then I come down on the sides and I just release all the Velcro. The sides come down and I zip it and it's secured. And I'll add the straps and I'll show you that part too. So this would be the front top of the trailer. That'll be here. So once it's up top, I can just push this forward and slides down. And the other benefit of this light material is if you are on the ground after you put it up there, you can move it very easily. It's not so heavy that you are tugging and maybe tear it or catch it on one of your fixtures on top of the trailer. So at the front, I do that. I come around to the back. Do the same thing to the back. So I bring that forward. So now I have the front, all the sides are basically rolled up. I then take, at this point, the top is facing up. The top of the cover is facing up. What's on the ground is the bottom. So now what I'm gonna do is roll it forward so that when I put it on the trailer, I just roll it out like a piece of carpet. So I will roll this up. I get a bungee cord over here, hold it together. I'll fold the right half over. Makes it easy to get up the ladder. Ready to roll out. So then I just come over to my trailer, as you can see, with one hand, not very heavy, because the Adco or those other brands that are heavy material, they weigh 3 times as much. Makes it very difficult to go up a ladder, and me, I don't like heights. I'll bring the cover in front of my air conditioner. Remove the bungee cord. Open left to right. I'll get as close as I can. It always happens to be windy when you want to do this, but still doable. Then I'll just start unrolling it backwards. So for the most part, it's positioned on the trailer. And I'm going to come down off the trailer. Okay, so I positioned it there. And these zippers, this is the corner piece, so it's all going to come together. So all this is all rolled up. When I take it off, I do the opposite. I roll it up and pull it forward. So then I come up here. Up that one. And when we get to the straps, which is a really cool feature of this cover, which I've not seen anybody else do, secures the cover very well. Pull that down. Get the little Velcro in place. I'm gonna go around and do the same thing on the other side. My neighbor has a perfect step ladder wall here. Makes it very nice. He probably doesn't know I'm up here. Wait, very easy to maneuver and move around if it's not exactly correct, because it just slides. So all the sides are secured. Sometimes that foam that I showed you earlier that I used on the corners, if you have a sharp edge, it's true with any cover. Later on, I'll put foam in there just so the sharp edge will cut through anything. So I'll protect that with foam. So my next step is the best part of this trailer, is the straps. Most trailer covers that I've seen, what they use is there's a loop down here, a hook. You gotta hook it here and you gotta find something underneath your trailer to hook it onto. And sometimes there's nothing there. So you got all kinds of bungee cords, you're trying to make it work. This system here doesn't have to make you do that, because on the opposite side of this, it's the same thing. So I'll just roll it out a little bit, give a little leeway, throw it underneath. And I'm not a paid actor. I'm just your everyday guy who likes to camp. That, throw that under there. So I'll go to the other side and I'll clip it on. Clip it. When I snug it up, and this is what keeps the cover from flopping around, is you just pull the excess material right here. You can't do that with the other trailer covers. That holds it in place. Really prevents it from flying around in the wind. It's a little breezy out here now, not like it could be. We're in California, so it's never bad here. Okay. Also, this cover has a little extra in the front. People like to steal batteries and stuff off your trailer. Well, I have a lock on here, but this is large enough to cover my battery. That, there's straps on the front and the back. Bring that around. So I'll come around to this side, same thing. The excess material that might be here, I pull it down tight so it's nice and snug. Tighten up the strap. Same thing here. The excess material, bring it in there. A lot of times these covers, because of what you have on the roof, the air conditioning, a ladder, or you could have a satellite up there, I have air conditioning ladder. Well, they've given me a little extra material here that allows the sides to come down all the way. Not every trailer is the same, but in this case, it works for this trailer. Now this side here, I got a little bit of a space because I have that ladder, which isn't a big deal. You just bring the material down, snug it up. It still covers. Here's the foam that you would use like on a sharp edge. If it was coming down here, you can protect that. And in the back, same thing as the front. These keep the excess material from flying around. because you don't really want to irritate your neighbors with all this stuff. So it keeps your neighbors happy. They don't have this stuff flying around. This one requires a ladder because I'm short. Unravel that. Bring this strap up and over. I think the whole time it probably took me, what, 10 minutes to put this on? It's just as quick coming off. It's easy to store. It's waterproof, sunproof. Then the last step is the wheel covers. So these just easily slide over. Tuck that in there. This keeps your tires protected from the sun. And that's what you got. So that's made by Dashield. Very happy with the cover. I highly recommend it to somebody who's, and the other part of this too to think of, this is only a 19-foot trailer. This cover, as you saw, the weight of it wasn't bad. The covers I've had before weighed quite a bit. You get into a 24, 25-foot trailer, it almost takes 2 people to get that cover on the roof. Even with this cover, if you went 10 feet longer, you could still carry it up by yourself, which I think is a real plus. So the lightweight material is really good. It's almost like a windbreaker, but very durable material. And like I said, I've had this on here for at least 6 months, and it's showing no signs of wear. I think it's going to last a long time. So, and the key is to protect it from the sun and and not so much the water, because they're built for that, but the sun is really the biggest thing. But it does both, sun, water, and keeps the heat out of it too, because it's reflective material. So that's my review of the Dashield RV trailer cover. I hope you guys enjoy.